Hello. It's probably going to be extra shaky because I can't hold the live very well, and the image stabilization on the camera phone doesn't work very well. So where's Lenny? Lenny's parked behind a rock. We've got some big rocks here. So if you wanted the quick view of the property, this is our entrance off the main road here. And it's a beautiful drive as you come in. It's a really pretty curvy, long road. Hey, Juan. The bus is sitting in some sun right now, and you know those solar panels are kicking some butt. Yeah, that's a bus-size rock. That gives you some scale. We own the rock. Let me get up here. I'm gonna grab my tripod because I think that'll make your viewing thing. Kelly, will you grab my tripod for me, please? Look at that. You almost got to see Kelly. Will you raise the legs on it for me? No, I want too much. I shot a video that I'm gonna post later, and there was like 2 or 3 times in it that Kelly said something that I questioned, and every single time she was completely right, and I had to say, "You're right, I'm wrong." Go one more time, please.
Oh, want it all the way up?
Yeah. You want to wear a hat to keep ticks out of your hair.
Grab it.
Yeah, I have my my tick protection on my head. Okay, let's see if I can do this without screwing this up. Sorry. I'm gonna turn it around. And then maybe I can use this kind of more like a monopod. So here's this giant rock right here, which that's about 20 feet tall. I don't know if you can tell. This is our kind of private drive as it comes in. This up here has kind of been, looks like maybe the high school kids' parking area, parking / drinking area. There's a bunch of beer bottles and crap up here, and they have like a wire bolted across here to the, lots of chert, yes. We'll give you a chert lesson in just a minute if you don't know what it is. But we're surrounded by, you know, big tall cliffs. We just measured ours this morning. I don't know how high that one is. I would say that one's about 70 feet as well.
I think that might be higher.
So yeah, there's all kinds of beer bottles and stuff thrown around everywhere here. So this is where the access kind of stops for people. And there are plenty of other no trespassing, no hunting signs all around on the property. They're just kind of old and weathered. A couple people were giving me grief about being the northerner coming in to tell everybody they can't hunt here, but honestly, if they wanted to hunt here, they should have bought it themselves. And obviously the previous people. You can mushroom hunt here if you want. You can get my permission.
All the neighbors have no trespassing.
Yeah, the neighbors all have no trespassing signs up too. And the main reason for us is we've got this 70-foot cliff up here. I don't want some kids just out here come in and play on. That looks like something really fun to play on. And then you fall off and get hurt, and who gets sued? The whole thing's almost all flat, yeah. Other than you'll see here, but once you get up this hill, 90%, would you say 90% of our property here is flat? Well,
maybe 80, because there's a big hill down
I would
there.
say, actually, I'd say 75% of it is totally flat, and then the rest of it is a little bit hilly. It's got a nice drive. I've already had the bus up this. It's hard packed. So this is this post right here, and I should actually probably go back in here because I think this is a really beautiful spot of the property.
here though.
Well, when I went in from up here,
I went in right up here.
that's where I went.
There.
I honestly don't know where the nearest Home Depot is. I'm guessing
Maybe.
it's about 30 miles.
Yeah.
All right, let me go up in here because this part is really pretty.
Want me to hold it while you climb?
I think I can be okay. I can't watch it though. So if somebody's misbehaving, I won't be able to read their comments. We're gonna have a few trees to clear out of here. But if we get this graded out, I think this will be a great spot up here. This isn't very much uphill, very slight. But this will be a great spot for an RV spot. Back up here in the shade, lots of big, beautiful trees. But there is kind of a hill over here that goes up another probably 20 feet, 30 feet. And then obviously you've got that big cliff in the back. So let's go back the other way.
There's a question there.
I can't read the comments while I'm out here though, so. I'm not really taking any questions right now, so save them. Save your questions
We can do it live tonight.
till the end. Or yeah, we can do it live tonight.
Or at the end, yeah.
It's like a maze. So yeah, now you see why I need an earth mover out here to clear a bus path. See how many giant rocks are under here. Oh.
There's bottles like in the ground here. Like stuff's growing over it in the ground.
Yeah, there's lots of bottles everywhere. Okay, so this is the chert. If you don't know what chert is, you can look it up, but it's a very hard rock, similar to flint. I think it's got a hardness of 7. It cleaves or fractures really easily. So it's really good for, you can actually start fire with it too, because of the hardness. So we threw a tape measure off that top today and measured it, and it was 70 feet. I guessed 50. Did you actually say 70?
I said 70 to 75.
Yeah, she was right. I was wrong. That's not the first time I've been wrong with my measurements.
Okay.
Let me go
This is
show
the
you.
hard part.
Oh yeah, we're gonna walk up a pretty good hill, which Lenny's not gonna like that hill. So yeah, this is how the chert is. So this is all rock. And it does fracture off really easy. That's why it comes off in sections like that. I went and already got dirty. Been out here for 5 minutes. So they used to mine chert out of here. It's already been driven on, and you know the heavy equipment they used to have out here, it's pretty well packed down, but we just got to get it more level for my bus. There's some pretty good drainage kind of washout areas where maybe a foot deep, and his suspension won't like it. You're gonna notice me breathing hard by the time I get to the top of this hill. It's real stable. I mean, that's the original cut. I'll stand here and rest for a minute. We are currently maybe not halfway, so 25, 30 feet up. I'm gonna say that my breathing hard is because of the altitude.
That extra 30 feet.
Oh my God, I'm out of breath.
Feel the burn.
Yeah, I should have rode my one wheel.
No.
Chert is very sharp. Oh my God. I probably sound like I'm dying. Because I am. Man, what a beautiful
Already
sky.
done this today.
Yeah, we've already been up here. Okay. Once you're up top, everything's flat. We had the soil engineers out here. I need a turbo. No shit.
So do I.
Yeah, the soil engineers, everything is completely buildable. As you saw in the one video, we passed for the perk test for the septic. No problems, good drainage. So this is very flat up here and goes on. I should have walked up the hill and started the live and then went down the hill. So that stays flat for about probably 400 feet out. And then
Tyler's gonna build on this side.
about 200 feet to the right, mostly flat. It's got about a 10-foot drop off as it comes down. Beautiful trees. Every kind of tree you can imagine, I have seen.
There's no magnolia trees.
Oh, she wants magnolia trees. Should I walk that way just a little bit?
If you want. I hear a little noise from the road.
Yeah, there is a highway down there. You might see some traffic moving at the bottom of the hill. Now that's where one of the spots where we could potentially get power from, but we would have to take out a 40-foot wide swath of trees, which we don't really want to do.
Is this here? Something was here.
But as you can see, it's all very buildable. Very private and secluded. You can't see anything. Okay, maybe I'll answer a couple questions while I stop and catch my breath. I'll just plant the camera here for a minute.
Can you burn the trees you chopped down?
I don't know about that. It's about 25 acres, 24 point whatever. So we're just gonna say 25 because that makes math easier. Which is like 1 million square feet, over 1 million square feet, I think. I could be wrong.
Gotta be careful, Scott. There is like broken glass through here.
Okay.
And this one. Yeah, the road noise we weren't worried about.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the road noise because we're building on the other side of the property where you don't hear that road noise at all. And right now there's no leaves on the trees. That's why Tyler wants to come over here. But honestly, I kind of like road noise.
It was too quiet out here last night.
Oh, I got a spider web on my camera. Better my camera than me. Oh. So as you see, we've already walked several hundred feet into here, and it's still very level up here on top. Super buildable. There's some nice overlooks up here. Maybe I'll go to the side before it does fall off down to the road. I apologize if you're getting sick from me walking. This might be a motion sickness thing. Is it really bad? I don't think it looks too bad from here, but so again, relatively level, extremely buildable, and it just goes practically forever that way. We walked the property lines this morning, and I got to one post, and then I looked for the direction that the next post is, and it says 380 feet the other way. I'm like, oh my God, that's more than a football field. Isn't that pretty?
No, we haven't seen any turkeys, at least not on our property here.
There's city water that's run to the property. Lots of birds and stuff out here too. Oh, and last night we had kind of a not so fun sleeping experience at first, because there was an owl. It was like my cousin Vinny kind of shit. There was an owl. He had to be within like 20 or 30 feet of the bus.
All night.
All night long. You have no idea how loud owls are. And apparently they don't sleep. I've seen, well, obviously there's deer stands out here, so there's obviously deer. I haven't seen any yet. There is a deer stand on the property. But I could see this morning where something had been kind of rooting around in the ground and tearing up the leaves in the dirt. So we're still heading out in that one direction. I don't know if, as far as you can see, it's still up top of the hill here. So ton of buildable. And from the fall off over here to the fall off over there is probably 200 feet.
Wide, yeah.
Yeah. For other home, the lot is only 100 feet wide. That's, you could probably get two of those homes on there. Yeah, and it just keeps, I don't want to keep going because then I got to walk all the way back. So we'll turn around and go the other way because that's where it really gets pretty. So anyways, I got to that next marker that was, I think it was 380. And then I get to the next marker after that one. And then I start looking for where it's at. And the next one was 980 feet. And I'm like, well, I can't see it from here. So the survey company did a good job marking everything for the property lines. There was some questions when we were buying it, how many acres were actually here. And they answered that question for us. Gotta watch out for like holes in the ground. There's lots of little holes and stuff. Uh-oh, I'm dragging a tree. Sorry. So we'll have fun clearing out some stuff here. We're gonna try our best for our building sites to remove the least amount of trees possible, and definitely try not to remove any really large trees. Hey, does anybody know what these are? They're everywhere here. They're like twisty. What kind of tree grows in a corkscrew? I don't know. It's very peaceful up here. Sorry, I have to wear glasses to see the screen and no glasses to walk. Don't ask questions now because I can't see them. So the driveway is the biggest concern at first, getting that graded. Coming up the hill. Lenny's got to make it up the hill. That's why he's been on a diet. Pretty much so as far as you can see that way is still our property. Oh, everything you can't see is our property. Careful, Kelly, there's some sticker bushes here. Who needs barbed wire when you got sticker bushes? Okay. Oh my God, is this not beautiful? Let's try to kind of take it all in up here.
Got attacked by a sticker bush.
So this will be Lenny's driveway. We are in Tennessee, slightly south and west of Nashville. You should see the place when the leaves are on the trees. It's crazy. I don't even want to know how many trees we have here.
A lot.
Hundreds of thousands, I would say.
Uh,
At least 800,000. This is the parts that we don't like so much. It is that they made it a dumping ground. But we can clean it up.
but why did they bring it to the top of the hill?
Yeah, why did you haul that? You know that shit wasn't from here. They hauled it all the way up here. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to kick the camera. There's some pretty cool barnwood over here, though. And then some old farm equipment, or I think maybe that's a planer or something, but there's some cool gears and stuff like that. So, yep, they obviously hauled this stuff up here purposely to dump it. A lot of it's wood. Not all of it. So this corner right over here is the top of that cliff that goes up 70 feet. Slightly that way.
This is a little higher right here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I gotta lift the tripod up a little bit higher to walk. Hopefully you're not completely bored to death with this video, but
This is where the shop and house will be.
yep, this is where the shop and house are going to be. Extremely level, flat. Although I think, you know, we've talked about doing some container homes, and then we've talked about doing just a big barn that also has a residence on it, which is probably more like it. But maybe we'll attach some container structures to it. And I think one of the containers I would like to build out like a deck and have it come out of the hill. So it'd be kind of like a storm shelter too as well. Kind of path through the trees. So we won't have to clear too many trees out up here.
Most of them are little.
So that first area that I walked into, where that other cliff was at, that's all over the edge as far as you can see this way. And again, it's all relatively flat up here, as you can see. You just got to come up that big hill, but luckily it's already mostly graded. I don't think it's going to take too much work to do that. If I keep going this way, there's a really pretty part coming up, so don't leave yet. Ooh. Starting to see the fence line. Looking for the property marker. Is it?
There's a
You can see it over there?
Right
Well, I see the
there.
post, but I don't see the tape on it. Let's get closer to the cliff.
let's not tumble down.
Ow, that tree really hurts.
Okay, I'll go this way.
Oh, I see the barrels. It's over there. Yeah, so this is still all our property here. And this down there is where we started when I was kind of took you into the woods. So the property marker is up there, if you can see the orange tape. And then to the left is where it goes 380 feet that way. It's going to be really fun building out here. Notice you don't hear any of the road noise. I just hear birds. And thank God not an owl.
Tonight.
He must be sleeping. We know for a fact he was up all night. No, actually what we did with the owl is I just clicked on the fan for the air conditioner, the rooftop air conditioner. That fan's pretty loud. And once you have that on, you can't hear anything outside. This is the only seriously unusable part of the property, but it's going to be the back of our home where we kind of look over this. So if I move the camera this way a little bit, if you see the big tree right there, and just to the left of that tree, you'll see some orange tape. That's the next property marker there. And then from there, it goes that way. That's where it goes 980 feet the other way to the next marker.
And that's where we need to get power from.
Oh, excuse me, I just ate a bug. Oh my God.
You're not vegan anymore.
Oh God, I'm dying. Poor bug. Oh, I'd have rather had a steak if I wasn't gonna be vegan. There's a power pole right behind there. So that's where we got to get it from. And that's only a couple 100 feet away. I don't think it's it's definitely not 300. And hopefully we'll get permission to do that. Oh God, that bug. I think it's still alive. Okay, so can't really show you how pretty that is down there from here, but if I go up here, I bet I can.
Yeah, we're not making that descent and climb again.
Yeah,
Not now.
I don't feel like climbing up that right now. I'm still out of breath from the last climb. So it is really pretty down in there. And there's like a rock shelf. I don't want to go down there right now. There's a tree stand.
Boo.
But, well, it looks like it's not been used in a long time. So it's been raining like crazy here, and the ground is not muddy at all.
Little soft.
There's a little bit, as you saw when we walked up that drive, a couple little areas to the side, but nothing you're gonna get your car stuck in, or the drainage is great. I mean, massive storms went through here 2 days ago, and it's damn near rained every day prior to that, I think. And you can see how level it is and how far it goes. This is not where we were at before. This is a totally different area. Tyler's got the four-wheelers. So we'll go back out here by the church pit. Now he's got to get some people with some bulldozers to come out and help us. Some tractors. This is kind of where we thought about the house going, right? Or the shop?
Yeah, the house. The shop was behind us.
It's all city water out here. We're actually city limits. There's no hunting signs on all over the property right now. On every property line that we walked, the neighbors either had them or they were on this property.
But we're putting up more.
But yeah, we just bought more. And then Tennessee, I believe, is a purple law state or whatever they call that, where if you put a purple line on a tree, there's a certain height, width, and size that it can be, and that means the same thing as no trespassing. I'll have to confirm that. Indiana is, but I believe somebody told me Tennessee was too. So look, I got a free ladder. I'm guessing I shouldn't walk up it. If I do, film it. This is chert. These giant rocks. And like I said, they just cleave off like that really easily. So you can, make sharp tools with them. Isn't it pretty though? Kind of think we got the killer day to show you what it looks like today with the skies. Wow.
And the sunset last night was beautiful.
What is the temperature here? It's in the 70s, right?
No.
It's got to be.
Nope.
I'm sweating my ass off.
Well, we have long sleeves on. It's 66.
Oh shit. Slippery.
It's 66 right now.
66. That's almost 70.
It said the high was supposed to be 63 today, so it's warmer than what it said. Yes, it's a beautiful day. You want to stop up here and take some questions?
Yeah, I'll stop up here and take some questions. So the sun rises over there and sets over here. This whole hilltop right here is completely exposed to the sun. So if we do some kind of a solar array up here, maybe on the church hill, it would be perfect for that. Hey, look, there's a stake. We've got so many levels of this up here. Where we want to put, I think we're going to clear this one. Was it this one we're going to clear out? Or the one below?
Below.
Because it is a stable hillside, we think we're going to put a pad up here.
I want to level out the bottom, that underneath of us.
Yeah, and then we're,
Put a
and
pad in right there.
yeah, put a concrete RV pad in up here. And then have like steps that go down the back over here, and then like a patio area.
Pergola or something down there.
Yeah.
Fire pit.
We can't build like 10 feet from the edge or put something, I don't remember what he said. 10.
I thought he said it, however tall it is, you should stay back that far to be.
Yeah.
But he said, I thought he said you can go within 10 feet.
I don't know. I need to find out a way to sell chert. I mean, it's like walking on an alien planet. You can see.
Anything you can level off.
Yes, until we get everything we need. I'm pretty sure that we've got a many years supply. I don't think I'm gonna have to buy gravel. But there is dirt mixed with it here too. That's all kind of been washed off. But yeah, so if we just level this little hump out here in the middle, then it's totally flat through here. And this right here it's probably deceiving on the camera, but maybe 60 feet wide. So if we keep the pad way over here on the left, and then like some steps or some landscape steps that go down to use this area out here just for a
Sitting area.
yeah, patio, or you know. And you can see that, you know, the hillside is original and it's pretty stable the way that it holds together, probably because there's layers of it. So, all right.
Questions?
If you got questions, now is the time to ask. The internet service is great out here as far as wireless phone service internet. Any questions? Now's the time. Because I can actually read. If you type something earlier, I'm not scrolling back, unfortunately, to read it. It is nice to be here. We only got a couple days, though. That's what sucks. All the final paperwork will be completed in the morning. We will not allow hunting on the property. Unless it's mushrooms, we'll allow mushroom hunting. Did I miss one?
Yeah.
It's a ton of it's flat. Once you get up to the top, everything is relatively flat.
I would say probably at least 15 of the 25 acres is completely flat, wouldn't you say?
Or within not more than like a 1 in 20 slope or something like that.
Yeah.
1 in 30.
I can see there's more questions.
We were out here when it was raining the one day pretty hard, and the runoff was fine. There was a few areas where the water was flowing. There was actually some little waterfalls and stuff. It was really pretty.
After your house is built, we sell the bus.
Oh,
No,
hell,
never.
No, we're not getting rid of it. I plan on still traveling in the bus too, but I'm just going to probably travel half as much. Yeah, we drove the bus down the Natchez Trace last year. It's a beautiful drive.
Much clay is in the soil. I don't know.
I don't know what percentage it is. It's because the rocks are so big, I would say it's less than half. But it's a very, I mean, you can dig through it because the rocks break apart. We're not want to cut very many trees at all, so maybe.
Most of them are little.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if they're bigger than 6 inches around, maybe 15 of them or something, kind of thing.
There's not a lot. Most of them are little trees. Lots of distilleries around. Makes me happy.
No big hurry on the construction. We got to get through this year, our daughter's wedding and selling our other home, that kind of stuff. So we'll probably just get an RV pad and originally the big thing was getting temporary power pole put in out here, but
We don't need it now.
we don't need it now. We got all that solar. There is a giant bird flying over there. I don't know if they can see it.
Okay, just
He's up there.
okay. Get back to the
Sorry,
questions
I
here.
was trying to show the bird.
What size garage are you planning?
You know, that's still up in the air. I think I don't need that big. Kelly thinks I need bigger.
I just want to do it once and get it done right and quit being a perv. Are you going to get the easements for power? We've got a phone call into them.
Yeah,
to
we
meet
have.
with them.
We haven't met with them yet. We've put a call in. We'll see. I don't know Warren, no. Yeah, we're going to need an easement to get power from that. There are power poles on the front of our property, but it's going to have to come up that big hill, and we'd have to clear a ton of trees that we really don't want to have to do. So we're hoping that we can get access through the backyard from another neighbor.
Which is not that far, and it's the back corner of their property, and it kind
It's
of
behind a hill.
downhill from where they can actually see anything. When will you get time to live there? We're gonna make time, especially after our daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Next year, I think we'll spend a lot of time here. We have a pretty good schedule this year.
Build a bunker for doomsday. They can come and get us.
Yeah, that's our plan, to get some Detroit power. So we want to get, if I can get a tractor with a Detroit engine and a old bulldozer or something like that, that would be awesome. Otherwise, we'll just add a bunch of solar up here too. I mean, there's plenty of sun, and it's great. Yeah, last night's video, we talked about some of the great neighbors and people that we met out here.
We just haven't met the ones we need to yet.
Yeah. I don't know if there's coyotes. There's probably everything out here. So I know there's armadillos. Sometimes I work on Gillig buses. We are about 45 minutes southwest of Nashville.
Yes, it snows here, but very little.
2 inches a year is what the average snowfall is here. Yeah, off-grid, I mean, it very well may happen. I can build a solar setup for a pretty good price. No, it was never strip mined for anything. Just this chert, they hauled chert out of here. Probably just going to remain chert on the driveway for a long time.
Eventually it get paved in some way.
It would be nice, but I don't know. We want to know how expensive. I don't know. I haven't added the math up on that, but it's got to be over
It's a long ways.
1,000. It's got to be 1,000 feet. It's more than 1,000 feet
Yeah, more than that.
of driveway alone. I mean, that's a lot.
I'm gonna say 1,500 feet or more just to get to the top up here, plus back.
Don't have a driveway contractor. I want to talk to we got a number for a local concrete guy. Yes, last night one of the people at the restaurant gave us that, and then we're going to contact him to see about getting the RV pads in. That's more, I can, once I get some RV pads out here, then I can actually work on some friends' buses and stuff too, spend some time here, and then have the bus parked on a nice level, solid thing. But the driveway's got to get graded better. It is pretty good, as you can see. Cars come up at no problem. Cars, pickup trucks.
I wouldn't say car.
Your BMW 5 Series made it up that hill no problem. And it's only got like 4 inches of ground clearance.
What are you gonna miss about the old place? Nothing.
And won't miss anything about that, yeah. I'm sure Amazon delivers out here. We're actually in a town. Sure, it is very rough on tires. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Hopefully it, from what I see on the drive down there though, is it looks like it really packs down. The flat sides make their way down. There's not a lot of rock sticking up out of there.
Yeah, where they've been driving, it's pretty smooth. It's just up here where
Yeah,
nothing's
where
been
I'm standing
driving.
right now is not the surface. I'll walk back that way. It's probably pretty easy to twist an ankle walking on this stuff right here, because the clay part is a little bit soft, and then every once in a while you step on a giant rock. We're trying to not cut down trees to do the power. That's correct. But $5,000 worth of solar panels would do a lot up here too, versus paying for the hookup.
It shouldn't cost us that much if the neighbors will let us use that easement to get power, though.
Yeah, it should practically be free because the power company will pay. There's definitely a few environmental concerns as throughout the property there are multiple oil buckets and oil filters laying around in multiple spots. I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'll just sit here and look at this pretty view for a minute. Yeah, we are. I just saw somebody comment that our Patreon members are going to have access to be able to come out here. That's for right now. So they can come here and have their vehicles get worked on if they want to, or they can come here and work on their vehicles themselves with access to our tools once we have the shop going. We're not open to the public, nothing like that. Yeah, I'd really like to build a container home. And we've been looking at them for years, and
Love them.
you know, we have the skills and the ability to do that kind of stuff. We're really into the more modern kind of looking ones too, and you know, things with overhangs, and because of this, just the scenery that's here, I think it would lend itself really well to doing it.
Shops first. It's more important.
So we're not allowed to live full-time in an RV here. There is an ordinance against that.
But we would never be here full time anyway.
But yeah, we're never here full-time. But we'll actually have a structure.
Rocks in my shoe. Okay, stop here.
It's much easier to walk down that hill
cake.
then up it. I never realized that our little driveway here comes uphill until I looked down and saw the road about 30 feet down there.
What does this say? Can you split time between the container and the bus? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
I didn't even feel at home though when we were at home this last time. I wanted to be back on the bus.
One night I was snoring. She went out on the bus. So, yeah, I mean, it practically goes forever and ever and ever. That's what it feels like to me. We were looking at probably like 5-acre lands,
5 to 10.
5 to 10. And we gave the realtor a budget. And then she came back with all this stuff that was like twice our budget.
Well, everything that was in the 5 to 10 was crap.
But yeah, the first like 4 or 5 things we looked at, and then we saw this one, and we were like immediately like, it was so private the way that this drive comes in. You can't see anything from the road.
But it was only a little bit over.
Did anybody ever answer us what kind of trees these are that screw around like that? Because they're everywhere.
But when all is said and done, we're only $2,000 over what we said we wanted our budget to be.
Yeah.
And we got 25 acres instead of 5 to 10.
Yeah. And everything passed the testing, you know, the soil tests, the septic tests, all that stuff. That was real important because, and it's got already this access road put in. Like some of the properties we looked at, we would have had to have put a road in.
Yeah, some of the properties we couldn't even get to them because there was no like road to get back into the property.
Or you had to drive up a hill that was,
There was no way to drive up a hill. You had to
yeah,
climb it
you'd
to get in.
have to clear the trees out and then make a road to go in it. So if you like the property, give it a thumbs up. One of those. And I think it'll be a fun project watching us, you know, over the next year or year and a half, get things going here. Making the old homestead.
Now we just need to agree on a name.
Oh, yeah, we got to agree on a name. We're still working on the name. I thought I had the name. We don't have, that's not the name.
People are easily offended, so. Maybe we can have a contest and see if we like anything.
So we're back to the no trespassing sign here. We'll go back to the bus. You can't even see the bus from here. I gotta go up over the pole.
Matter, Shorty.
Shorty. I got some goods that can catch on that wire. I gotta go slow.
Yeah.
I love this giant rock edge right here. Look at that pretty guy.
Pretty.
He's pretty.
He's handsome.
How much solar is he bringing in right now? That is an obsession of mine now.
It drives me nuts. I need to get a little closer to get it.
Yeah, you will have to get closer. Let's pick it up. Is it showing up on it? There it is. That is Lenny's rock over there. It looks small right now, but trust me, it's not. I went to climb it earlier. I couldn't do it. I was going to get hurt.
No. Batteries are at 82% right now.
Oh, that's not very much slower at all. I guess we're getting in the shade from that tree.
Yeah.
766 watts right now. 27 amps. It's getting there. All right, I'll stand in the shade.
Can you answer a few more questions? And
Yep, I'll take a couple more questions. Wonder what somebody brought all that gravel in for. That's
over
interesting.
side branch. Cat monkey. We probably should have Lenny in the name.
Hmm. Greaseland. That's pretty funny. Yeah, well, you can keep coming up with names here. You can leave them in the comments or whatever. We'll think about it.
Yes, we're going to put up a gate.
Yep. Hopefully we'll get a gate up this weekend. I think that is one of our things to do. And it's going to go way up here, so you don't have that road. So we can keep the
One right at the rock there.
kids from going back there.
But I want a motorized gate, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. I'll just have to put a temporary something up to start.
Hey, I don't usually snore, by the way. Somebody said make me get a CPAP. I don't usually snore.
No, only when he's sick. He was stuffed up.
I had a little bit of a cold. So anyways, I think we'll go ahead and finish this up here. Geez, we've been an hour just walking the property. And we
We didn't
didn't
even see it
we
at
didn't
all.
even go all the way to the corner to corner to corner. That's crazy. See, can I tell them what I wanted to call it, or am I not allowed
Yeah.
to say? I was going to call it Morningwood in the Hills. I thought that was a really nice, catchy name. You know, lots of hills there and lots of wooded property. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, we're not telling anybody exactly where we're at.
But our, if you remember Patreon, we have a new Patreon starting membership, starts at $5 a month. And then our patrons are going to be able to come out, and I know you got to pay to come help us, I know, but for right now, we're just, you know, we're not publicly advertising, which people can track it down and figure it out and that kind of thing, but we're just not going to, like at our house, I mean, I've had people show up at the house unannounced and things like that, and we just don't really want that. So we want to maintain a little bit of our privacy out here, but our Patreon members have the ability to come out, and since there are supporters already anyways, we get all kinds of extra Patreon content every month, live streams, some sneak peeks, and other stuff too. So it's not meant to be nasty or anything. It's just a separate, totally separate thing that we do have. And yeah, hopefully we'll get Lenny driving up that hill. That is going to be I can't wait for the video of Lenny going up the hill. So thank you very much for watching. Again, hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. I appreciate that. And we'll end it with that. And maybe we'll do another live later, or there'll definitely be a video tonight featuring some of the other stuff here on the property. But yep, we did really good. Thank you so much for watching.